should have clicked on auto start, dang it. But we're live. Hey, welcome back, YouTube. Welcome to the second stream today with the only one with the proper freaking name. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I've been playing Battlefield. Pretty sure it said I was playing Satisfactory, and I apologize for that. Actually, no, I think I got the YouTube one right. It was just the Twitch one I didn't update. So the Twitch one said I was playing Satisfactory the whole time when I was playing Battlefield. I think YouTube actually said Battlefield. I'm not entirely positive on that, though. Oh, this is... What? That's really weird. So YouTube, new YouTube stream page. If you know how YouTube streaming works, you know what I'm talking about. But it says there's like a max playtime. Like I'm at minute 10, currently 118, 119, 120. But it says of 1 hour and 4 seconds. Guess we'll see what happens at an hour, huh? Oh, I'm so dumb. That probably played a performance part and also might have been why the game crashed. I still had DaVinci open. I feel so dumb. Okay, I'm gonna just do desktop share, but you guys have to give me 1 second because I want to make sure there's nothing on the desktop that I don't want to accidentally pop up on you guys. Minimize, resize. Oh, where's the edge? There it is. All right, so let's switch over to the primary monitor. Hello, guys. Hey, guys. Yeah, so my bad. This was open in the background the whole time we were playing Battlefield there. And for the record, it's... Oh. Wow, it's actually only, like right now, it's only taking 210 megs of memory. It's actually not that bad. It might be a smart program. I mean, it's a super great program. This is DaVinci Resolve, in case you don't know. It's such an amazing video editor that's free. The majority of the, like, you can easily, I've been using all the free features. That's all I have. I don't have the studio version. Would like to get it. There's a lot of convenience features that I've found manual ways to do, like motion blurring and stuff. But, you know, studio will come in time. Anyways, so this is the Satisfactory playthrough from the 10th. So, what, 2 days ago? Yeah, we're going to keep going over there, but I'm going to grab all this stuff because I need it right now. And so, we're doing... Keep forgetting that I did all this. This is just like a rough edit. I'm still basically just cutting down no matter what, it'll be the main recording. Everything's valuable. You can see this whole edge here, this little end piece here isn't even recorded. The planet looks so cool. Oh, and it's definitely moving. You can see it moving past my crosshair. No, I didn't open the microphone. I know the microphone's being used. I can't hurt this, can I? I'm trying to remember, but I don't think I can. So for the record, though, I'm DaVinci Resolve newbie. And even before that, I wouldn't say I was a particularly great video editor. I just could do basic stuff. I made 1 or 2 videos in the past, and that was really it. down. Let's bring the music up a little bit more, maybe. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's fine. Let's see. So where was I at?
Can't hurt this camo. I'm trying to remember about.
Actually, I was gonna delete that. I think I may. I'm trying to, because I wasn't trying to save all that crap where I was picking up.
Over there, like we're gonna have to probably migrate that way at some point. Yeah, we're gonna keep going over there. I'm gonna grab all this stuff because I need it right now.
Yeah, I was keeping that.
No matter what, it'll be used. Everything's valuable at this stage. Yeah, that plan looks so cool. Oh, it's definitely moving. Just take a solid 1,000 there. You think that'll be enough? We're at 700, almost 800 leaves.
Pretty sure that's where I want to go right here.
Just take a solid 1,000 there. You think that
Okay, remember, there's a little bit of grabbing stuff. Am I keeping this?
I'm trying to remember about. So just take a solid 1,000
It's a dumb.
there. You think that'll be enough? We're at 700, almost 800 leaves. You can see it moving past my crosshair. So just take a
Don't care about this.
I think that'll give me enough to not have to worry about it for a short while. The chainsaw you get too eventually. I think that'll give me enough to not have to worry about it for a short while.
If you guys hop in chat and you want to say hi or you have any questions about computer stuff, just let me know.
There's a chainsaw you get too eventually, which is nice because it can just wipe out wide swaths of this stuff in a heartbeat. It can just wipe out wide swaths of this stuff in a heartbeat. Then you go spend out trees and do like way more wood burning for longer. Okay, hubs over there. Anything else I just want to look at over here? Let's see if I can get some high ground and see over all this brush. Come on, guys. Not that bad of a jumper. Jeez, it is so orange. Like, can you guys tell, like, on my face? Okay, maybe not. Orange. Like, can you guys tell, like, on my face? It's quite vibrant, and I'm not even playing in HDR. This monitor does really good colors for non-HDR. Quartz. Does that look like a penis? It's quite vibrant, and I'm not even playing in HDR. This monitor does really good colors for non-HDR. Quartz.
Is that a penis?
Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner of it.
It's so funny.
Okay, let's go just get this crap stuff started.
Rock penis. Those are my notes. There's a couple different ways to do it. This is just the way I've been trying it today, really, for the last few days. I know you can put the bookmarks, like the markers and stuff, but I've had a few times where they got kind of out of place. And it was probably my fault. I just didn't really know why.
Okay, let's go just get this crap stuff started. Plugs, if you don't know, can be used to boost the power of the machines. Plugs, if you don't know, can be used to boost the power of the machines.
Is it worth including this though? Like,
at the cost of more power and stuff, or whatever they cost.
oh, just like full screen this, like really quickly. I don't actually know. Sorry, I just kind of want to see, it's looking kind of blocky right there, honestly. And that's kind of what I wanted to see. If that's actually the case. Oh, not too far. Told you, I played for a lot, both yesterday and the day before. Yeah, right here. Oof. Yeah, that is really blocky. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, it's really only in the gradients. And I realize everything is blocky for you guys, so. Like, but this, like, right here is just super, super blocky. It's pretty bad. And admittedly, I should probably still be using even more bandwidth than I am. This is a 1440p video. And I'm pretty sure I had it capped out around 30. That's a variable bit rate with a maximum of maybe 25 or 30 kilobits a second. Same as what I'm recording right now, actually, I can tell you, because I can just look at OBS. Yeah, oh, 20 with a max of 25. Oh, you know, I do actually want to be up at 30 for, especially for 1440p video. But also, it's pretty minor. Like, it's major if you're comparing it to like Blu-ray video, but it's pretty minor compared to like the video you guys are getting. But I could see it, like, even in this smaller window, I could see it. Like, even down the previous, especially like the line between the dark and the light part of the dune here, like especially in the dark part, I can see lots of little compression blocks and stuff. But also look at the scene. It's like literally using every single color of orange that there is, and it's trying to compress that. Of course, there's going to be locks if you understand how compression works, anyways. Okay, rock penis. Am I keeping any of this stuff? No, I'm pretty sure I was going to cut all this.
If you don't know, can be used to.
I can talk about slugs in another video. Maybe I shouldn't though.
Plugs, if you don't know, can be used to.
Because this is going to be part 1, and we're getting pretty close to the end of it. It's I mean, I still need to edit it down. I still need to go through again. This is a rough pass, but I was hoping to have like each episode be about 15 to 25 minutes at the high end, maybe averaging around 20.
Boost the power of the machines, make them work faster at the cost of more power and stuff, or whatever they cost to run. So, you know, keep that in mind.
Okay.
What's this? Live upload? Yeah, so, yeah, it's this guy. But usually, I mean, it's situational because the ink. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, basically just like that. But usually, I mean, it's situational because the increase in usage is a lot more than the output. So generally, you're better off building another machine if that's an option, as opposed to cranking stuff up. But sometimes you need stuff quick.
Oh, but I do have it. I do have it saving it. It's my fault. I should actually put that on another notification.
I don't think there is a way to put it.
Oh, well,
I think you're
whatever.
just limited by slots. and you do
That little
more as
pink
you
sound,
unlock
that's my chat thing letting me know someone talked in chat. I was actually trying to set it up so it didn't record that. Not a big deal. But, you know, just to be
is
more
a
professional.
lot more than your the output. So generally, you're basically, yeah, I mean, basically just like that. But usually, I mean, it's situational because the
Oh, was it here where I started talking about? No.
copper, don't hate it.
That little sound.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, basically just like that. But usually, I mean, it's situational because the increase in usage is a lot more than your output. So generally, you're better off building another machine if that's an option, as opposed to cranking stuff up. But sometimes you need stuff quick, and you just got a bunch of machines you can crank up to 200%. You know, it's all about logistics. I don't think there is a weight limit. I think you're just limited by slots, and you do unlock more as you unlock the tiers. I can actually show you right here because I'm going to it right now. So you work through all these through all these tiers. I skipped tier 0. That's more or less just the intro, and I've done it before, so I skipped it. It gives you the option. But as you go through tiers you unlock certain things by depositing certain items, and like this one has +3 inventory.
And see, I'm not even sure how much of this I want to keep in the video. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. So this is slug, right?
Slugs, if you don't know, can be used to boost the power of the machines.
Actually, I think I'm gonna cut this whole
So
slug
you work through
all together.
these- Alright,
Because we'll get
Certain.
to this stuff later.
I bet if you make it to tier 9, it probably fills up that whole gap. Okay, we need biomat.
So we're gonna be coming from.
I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner there.
So coming from the penis.
So you work through all these quite some time ago. I haven't played since quite some time ago. Okay, we need biomass. Is what we need. Okay, we need
And like,
time ago. Okay, we need biomass. Is what we need. Bugs,
yeah, I'm just gonna cut all that.
okay, we need biomass. Is what we need. Stop for a second. Turn this one off for a second. It's alive! Second. Power line to this bad boy. Run some wood, I guess. Yeah.
By the way, again, just a reminder to anyone here watching,
It's alive!
I'm not an editing pro at all.
Honestly,
You've got
it's
some
so nice once
tips,
you get to the
or if you
point
see
of
me
having
making some
generators, you have to
super
deal
dumb
with
mistakes,
biomass crap.
tell me. Like, I'm all for learning.
So this
I
is an
do
output
think
biomass.
I need to run downstairs for really quick. For a quick sec, I need to also bring my dog in. So here's what we're gonna do. I guess it's gonna be a couple minutes. Oh, nope, that's my stupid bot thing. Dang it! I was like, yeah, but no. It's all good. So what thing should I put that on so it doesn't come through? Oh, no, I think I do actually have it set up so I can... So we don't want aux on there. No, aux is not on there. But we do want mic aux. Mic aux. Okay. Yeah, no, I guess I do already have it set up. I forget I record with 2 audio channels. So that way, well, I guess they're not, each channel is 2 channels, 2 audio tracks. And one of them is just the game. Like that track right now won't be hearing me talking. It'll just be hearing nothing right now because there's no game for it to hear, honestly. Just fine. I don't really need it capturing this music that it's capturing, that's playing right now. Okay. Yeah, where do I want to, like, what's the ending spot I want to use for this first video? Yeah, bear with me. I use VLC for seeking a lot because it's just so much faster. It's wicked faster. And it has multiple easy-to-use controls for, like, this is no modifications. It goes by 20 seconds or 10 seconds. And then I can hold shift and do it, and it's by 3 seconds. Or I can hold control and do it, and it's by 1 minute. All without moving my hand. It's all just right here. It's super easy. Okay, yeah, I think that actually won't be a bad place to stop it. So I'm gonna get this power thing built, and then probably call it on that one.
Okay, we need biomass. Is what we need.
You know, I am reconsidering now, leaving in those parts.
Plugs, if you don't know, can be used to boost the power of the machines, make them work faster at the cost of more power and stuff, or whatever they cost to run. But usually, I mean, it's situational because the increase in usage is a lot more than the output, so generally you're better off building another machine if that's an option.
Stupid thing gets me every time.
As opposed to cranking stuff up. And sometimes you need stuff quick, and you just got a bunch of machines you can crank up to 200%. You know, it's all about logistics. I don't think there is a weight limit. I think you're just limited by slots, and you do unlock more as you unlock the tiers. I can actually show you right here because I'm going to it right now.
Oh wow, I wish I would have seen that earlier. The chat app I have has a zoom now. I can zoom it way out and make chat like...
You know, it's all about logistics. I don't think there is a weight limit. I think you're just limited by slots, and you do unlock more as you unlock the tiers.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. I need to rewatch.
I'm going to it right now. Okay, we need...
Okay, so I need a little bit more. Oh yeah, here's the thing.
So you work through all these through all these tiers. I skipped tier 0. That's more or less just the intro, and I've done it before, so I skipped it. It gives you the option. But as you go through the tiers, you unlock certain things by depositing certain items. And like this one has +3 inventory slots. So by the time you work your way up through, I think the highest I ever made it is tier 7, because 8 and 9 weren't even in the game last time I played. Like, it about doubles what I have right here. No, for sure. I haven't played since quite some time ago. Okay, we need biomass as well.
Let's get to the end of this.
Unless it gets behind. Need extra power. Should... Actually, I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm just gonna turn it off. That'll be your backup if I need extra power. Should be good though. Got a surplus. So let's get. Oh dang it! I should have. Nice steady stream of leaves going in there. Is that generator working? Generator's working. So we can
Oh yeah, so that's why I turned this
your backup
off.
if I need extra power. So what? Oh wait, I did it wrong. Need the smelter. Yes, there we go. What connected?
Okay,
So let's get. Oh dang it! I should have.
it's not really the ending I'm looking for, I will say. Maybe I should just end it.
So you work through all these right here. Through all these.
Maybe I should
tiers.
just end it after
I skipped
this.
Tier 0, that's more or less just the intro, and I've done it before, so I skipped it. It gives you the option. But as you go through the tiers, you unlock certain things by depositing certain items. And like this one has +3 inventory slots. So by the time you work your way up through, I think the highest I've ever made it is tier 7, because 8 and 9 weren't even in the game last time I played. Like, it about doubles what I have right here. Like, yeah, I'd say about doubles. I bet if you make it to tier 9, it probably fills up that whole gap below the inventory. I'm assuming, though. I don't know for sure.
I don't
I've
know for
played since
sure.
quite some time ago. Okay, we need biomass.
I think I want to thin out the line on my webcam, the black line in particular, just the outer one. Just bring it in, like literally make it half the width it is now. And like the pinstriping.
Okay, we need
Okay, so I
I've
think
played
like
since quite some time ago.
right about here is where I'll fade out to the so a few things first. So I got my where is it? One thing I need to do too that I haven't been sorting my media better. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna bother. I'll put that on there at the end when I get done with it. Okay, so we've got 21-minute video here, and we want to tighten it up a little bit.
We're gonna start. I actually would love to play this game co-op with someone, but I don't know anyone that has it.
Don't need
I can
that.
Steam friend, I suppose. Friend there is other styles of games. Yeah, like no one's playing it. I have friends that have played it. Anyways, new game. Missing out. Anyways, new game. So I've done 2 starts. I've done the grass field. Let's do it. Duna Palooza.
I want to save this right here. Maybe switch to this.
Let's do it.
I actually like that.
I actually would love to play this game co-op with someone, though. Let's do it. Duna Palooza.
Oh, that's right. The game crashed on me the first time because, well, what happens? Oh yeah, when I started the game up, the cloud loaded all my old saves, just, you know, from playing before. And the last save I have was a very modified save with tons of mods, like a power suit and stuff. I loaded up, it warned me, it's like, hey, this save had a bunch of mods installed that you don't have now, it might not work. And I was like, yeah, whatever, go for it. There were broken things. There were certain things missing, like one of the mods I had added a new tier of conveyor belts that were even faster than the highest tier in the game. Those were all gone, so anywhere I used those were just missing gaps of conveyor belts. But all in all, like, I was still able to walk around and stuff, and I even like exited the game and started the new game, which was this last one we just watched. And after, like, I didn't get very far. I don't even think I got my base down, and then the whole game, first off, my entire computer just locked. Just completely locked. Like, even the stream was locked, and I thought I was going to have to, like, forcefully turn the computer off to get it restarted. But after a few seconds, and as after me going like this across the keyboard, the game crashed. The error message, whatever, closed that. And everything was still good. The stream was still looking good. It did fuck up YouTube a little bit, because YouTube is weird about stuff when it starts to lose even a little bit of data. That's why you schedule streams, FY. Just letting you guys know, if you're interested in YouTube streaming and you haven't figured this out yet, if you just go live, you log into your thing, you've already done whatever you gotta do to be allowed to go live. You hit live, it'll normally bring up a streaming screen, like you're ready to go right now. You set the title, you set the game if you're doing gaming. It has like your stream key and the RTMP address and all that crap right there. And you can go live. Like, as soon as it starts getting a signal from you to those credentials, it'll go live. Here's the problem. If your signal stops for even like, it's a very short amount of time, let's say 5 seconds, and I think that might even be longer than it actually is, 3 to 5 seconds, if it detects no signal, it assumes the end's over and it just kills, it assumes the stream's over and it kills it, just ends it on the spot. And restarting it's not as easy as just restarting your stream. Like, you have to like close that window, close that stream, make a new stream, and then reconnect to it through your streaming app, which just, it's a pain in the butt is what it is. But say you want to avoid that, and you go to YouTube, you've already done all this shit, so you can go live, hit the live button, it'll try to load the live stream, but on the top left corner, here, I'll freaking show you. Why am I doing, oh no, I can't show you because I'd have to leave the stream I'm in, actually. Anyways, when you have that live stream up where you can do the title and the game and stuff, on the left there's 3 icons, and one of them schedule. Hit that schedule button, and when you go over to it, it's all the same stuff as your live info, but at the very last step, it'll ask you when you want to go live for the schedule. You can literally, it'll be pretty much set to the time that is right now by default, or you can set it to whenever you want to set it. And then it'll bring up the stream page, but it won't be live yet. It'll be sitting there waiting for you to connect. You can connect without going live, but you have to hit that live button. The nice part is if you disconnect, it just puts up a blank screen, but keeps the stream live. So then you can just reconnect and continue on without issue. It's a little fun fact for you. So basically, because what's dumb is when you schedule stream, the options to not auto end or auto start are visible. But when you just go straight into a stream without the scheduling part, those options aren't there for some reason. Very frustrating. So basically, if you want to stream on YouTube, just always use scheduled streams, period. And really, you should set them ahead of time, because your subscribers will see that, or your followers will see that, and see that you have something planned for a certain time, so it's a little extra advertising. Yeah. That being said, I need to go downstairs and just find something to stack on really quick. We got some microwavable chicken sandwich things. I might do those really quick. They literally take a minute and a half. Give me another minute to unwrap it, and another minute to run to the bathroom, and another minute to do a dab. So I need about 5 minutes, guys. So I will be right back, and I'll see you. Right. All right. We're back. You don't have a hotkey for the monitor, so I have to manually turn that back. If you're just tuning in, we're doing some video editing, basically. Yeah, that's for me. That's the long and short of it. Played a little bit of Battlefield earlier. Game crashed. Turns out I left Resolve up with a project going. I think that might have been it. But Resolve was also using not that much memory. It was actually really, really, really low. I was kind of impressed. It makes me think that it's smart and it knows when to unload memory because someone left it up, but is it actually using it? Okay, so this was,
You know,
the failed star, I think. So I think the reason I had this here, though, is I wanted to keep, I think it was this part, actually. I think I already cut it out. Ironically, I actually wish I would have not skipped the beginning process, the onboarding process. Because I watched someone else do it and I was like, oh man, that actually looks like, I don't even remember ever doing that. I think when the very first time I played the game, it didn't have the onboarding process, so you just kind of got stuck in the beginning. And every time past that, I was like, I'll just skip it because I have experience with the game. I know it pretty well. So, you know, whatever. Turn the music up a little bit for you guys. Let me know if that works out. Duna Palooza. I didn't mean to put that first L in there, so it's Duna Palooza instead of Duna Palooza. Palooza. Didn't notice that till I was editing it last night. I was like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Let's see.
actually, I really don't even need that right now.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state, and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate fixit helmets are of such high quality. Store this potential resource for later use.
I love all the voiceovers for this game, like the girl lady robot thing that was just talking.
Okay. Oops, that one. That guy there. And we have our first a-hole. Let's go, bro. What's up? I hear you like to run. You gonna run? You gonna run? This stupid first level one was.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Shoot over here. I think I'm kind of thinking up here on this ridge actually is my place. I'm gonna find this really quick just so my thing scans it.
I'm actually kind of okay with what's going on so far.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar in
Like my plan with these edits, and maybe this is bad. Tell me what you think. Like I really don't know. Like a lot of this stuff, I'm just kind of like doing it. I'm not worried too much about this stuff. Clearly, I overthink things, and I do worry about it a little bit. But I'm emphasizing it right now because I'm streaming and I'm talking to people, and you know, I'm trying to share my thoughts. You guys can't read my mind, so I have to verbalize it. Anyways, point is, I'm just trying to give like a very streamlined experience of the game, I guess. So I'm cutting out uninteresting parts, But a lot of these first ones, especially, like you can see these huge chunks down here where I'm not really cutting anything out of it. It's because it's doing this whole ADA thing, and the robot voice lady is just like talking, you know, like a few lines. But I want to leave that stuff in, even if what I'm doing while she's saying it isn't interesting, because that's your experience in the game. Like, this is something you should, I mean, yes, I won't say you should listen to it, but you most likely will. They kind of expect you to some degree. That's why they're trying to make it entertaining. That's why there's jokes in it.
Industrial functions. Store this potential resource for later use.
That guy's gonna shoot some crap at me, whatever.
And also, in particular with this video, this is my first time fighting, well, not my first time, but like in the game,
Samples of unknown alien species
my first experiences
acquired.
with these
Their
characters,
weaponized
or these
plasma is
enemies.
most likely stored
So
as
I'm
a
trying to leave
stable
like the whole
chemical
experience in
substance
there.
an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Preserve the remains for later study. Potential edible collected, even within surviving, does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Not sure I picked up to do that though.
Oops. Keep looking at it.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving Fixit
This is why I
production
might
and
take that
efficiency.
slug part out.
Store this potential
At the end.
resource for later use.
Okay, where am I setting on my base? Okay, I see there's 2 resource nodes over there. Got one right here. Got the one that I put my thing on right there. I'm kind of thinking this way. It sucks not being able to see all these things. At the same time, the other starts are kind of surrounded by trees and stuff. You don't really see anything.
And for the record, just heads up to anyone just joining. The like
Potential
lo-fi
edible
music you're hearing, that's me,
Reminder
that's
that
not
look and
in the
smell
video.
alone do
And it's not
provide
planned for the
sufficient
video.
data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential
I like that one.
resource for later use.
I'm pretty sure I repeated.
Guys, just because it looks like you can eat it, doesn't mean it can't eat you. Alright, I'm gonna...
Wouldn't that be hilarious if my little chicken pita thing like bit me back right as I'm saying, watching myself say that?
Too, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need power to get in there. Oh, I can definitely hear some sort of roaring, like this way over here for sure. Yeah, this thing will get moved at some point for sure.
Just heard it.
Do the manual stuff up front, you know.
I know I say for sure a lot. For sure.
Are you guys into these kinds of logistics games? I guess is probably was what I'd call it.
Okay. Talk about my process, which I am literally developing on the fly. I mentioned I use these text. Like, it's actually an on-screen text thing. See, you can see it on the screen. I'm just keeping it hidden. I'm using these as opposed to markers or bookmarks because I can link them to the footage, and so if I cut it up and stuff, it kind of seems to stay in a better place. Where I've had problems using, I don't know, one or the other, maybe both of these bookmarks, and what other bookmarks. And I've had times where they moved and they weren't bookmarking the thing they were supposed to be. And so, I don't know. This is something I saw someone else do, and I was like, that kind of makes sense. And like, you have it there, and what's nice is you can turn it on, and obviously I'd probably bring it down so I could actually read the whole thing. Wrong. That's so funny. It's still just like Anyway, the point is, like, I'm not planning to have this on screen, so I don't really care that it's cut off. I don't know, it's just something to access. It does give me something to look at on my way before I render it, because I am going to put something on screen here. This is where the recorded me asks, hey, do you guys play these games? And I'm going to put on screen, like, comment below if you do, and hoping, you know, some people take advantage of that.
Was what I've called. I suppose it's cracking too, but there you go over here. That looks like a big guy. Oh no, it's right size.
This is funny.
You die?
And see, like, I'm leaving a lot of that in, even though some of it was me just running, although I was talking. Because I feel like it gives a full picture to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and what I'm taking away from it, from the information wise. I'm hoping those other people read that like, oh, up here, like, or something. Like, I'm not really, like, everyone takes stuff differently and learns stuff differently. So I'm just trying to find a way that'll hopefully resonate with the most amount of people. Is understandable. And I realize a lot of this is stuff I'd probably cut out in the next video, like the placing and stuff. It'll just be like ramp. Like, it'll be really quicker, much quicker cuts. This is just to help give you an idea of how this stuff works. That makes sense. I mean, it makes sense in my mind. How I done the onboarding. This right here would probably be the end, or getting that last thing built would probably be the end of the first video. So we go on the mission to biomass. Try to find some other fuel, but don't have any. I might cut this out. Oh yeah, this is fun. So this allows you to see some of the customization options in the game that I didn't even know existed. There was a kitty in here a second ago.
Yeah, they didn't have any of this last time I played.
And here again, you can see how I'm using the text thing just as a notes, basically. Again, it would be on screen if I had it showing. But I like that I can extend this out over multiple scenes. It doesn't have to be one scene long, obviously. But I don't know, like, this is something I could take out. Maybe I'll tighten this up a little bit. See, I like that. That's so. It's kind of robotic, but I like it. It's funny. Cut this, right? Get my bearings here. So let's do the head pieces.
Oh, that's cool.
The build gun changes.
Yeah, they didn't have any of this last time I played. Oh yeah, definitely got
I like all that being in there. Changing colors, finger guns, changing colors. Colors, change colors.
That's cool. I like the changes.
So really cool. Watch
Yeah,
that.
they didn't have any of this last time I played. Oh yeah, definitely got it. That's cool. I like the
Some of the colors I really settled on. I gotta redo that.
Is that just to get rid of stuff? That's hilarious. Just like little flavor things. I love it. It's awesome. Okay, let's see. Pretty sure I'll do this right now. Pretty sure I'll do that right now.
See, this is a lot of.
That's what I should have made biomass out of it instead of doing that.
See, I think I was leaving it in that because again, these are all like some of the first times you use any of these things. We can shorten this right here.
I kind of right now. I kind of just want to power through this and do the base building things. The base building thing. Let's see. Pretty sure I'll do this right now. Pretty sure I'll do that right now. I kind of just want to power through this and do the base building thing.
There's a lot of my talking here.
Thing, because that'll allow me to build a bunch of useful things. So, preventing my bases from getting too just ridiculous right off the bat. Because again, one thing I want to do is actually make like some decent looking factories, I guess, refinery. And whichever upgrade, it might be the space building one. storage containers. Like that's super important for having like a buffer for the whole thing.
I didn't realize this isn't super interesting footage, but again, this is like the first conveyors I've built in the game, so. Pretty sure this is another, like. Okay, yeah, I can definitely cut this out or cut it down. Lighting is really good in this game. It also supports the newish. It's been a couple of years now, I think. I think it's been more than 2. Well, more than 1 anyways. But the new Unreal Engine, which is what this runs, it has the Lumen, like the global lighting system, which is not as good as ray tracing, but it's significantly better and quite dynamic and similar to ray tracing in a lot of ways, with a much lower overhead cost. And yeah, it seems to work really well. It adds a lot of like, it's hard to explain it. Like it brings the whole scene together really well. You kind of have to experience it. And I don't really even know that I fully experienced it. This is the first game I think I've played that has it. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really, really amazing. The colors in this game are super vibrant.
Water over there, like we're gonna have to probably migrate that way at some point. Yeah, we're gonna keep going there. But we're gonna grab all this stuff over here right now.
This is where we're coming in, I think.
There it is. No matter what it'll be used. Everything's valuable on this stage. It's definitely moving. See it moving past my crosshair. So just take a solid 1,000 there. That'll be enough. We're at 700, almost 800 leaves. I think that'll give me enough to not have to worry about it for a short while. And the chainsaw you get too eventually is nice because it can just wipe out wide swaths of this stuff in a heartbeat.
And again, I'm explaining the chainsaw. This is a very beginning game. We haven't used it yet. Again, I'm treating it like for someone who's watching who maybe doesn't know the game.
Just want to look out over here and see if I can get some high ground to see over this brush.
Oh yeah, why did I leave this in? I think I was gonna cut this out.
Okay, Toad's over there. Jeez, it is so orange. Like, can you guys tell? Like, there you go. Split down trees. This monitor does really good I don't know why I switched at this angle, like in the top left corner there. Plugs, if you don't know, can be used to boost the power of the machines, make them work faster.
Because now we're already down to under 14 minutes.
To run. But usually, I mean, it's situational because the increase in usage is a lot more than the output. So generally, you're better off building another machine if that's an option, as opposed to cranking stuff up. And sometimes
That's
you
good
need stuff quick,
information.
and you just got a bunch of machines so you can crank up to 200%. And it's all about logistics. I don't think there is a weight limit. I think you're just limited by slots, and you do unlock more as you unlock the tiers.
It's all good info. Luckily, I had that guy in chat asking me all these great questions, so I could talk and like give this awesome
I skipped
information.
tier 0, that's more or less just so I skipped it. It gives you the option. But as you go through the tiers, you unlock certain things by depositing certain items. And like this one has +3 inventory slots. So by the time you work your way up through, I think the highest I ever made it is tier 7 because 8 round we won the game last time.
I wish I had like some candy or
You're
something.
about doubles what I have right here. Like, yeah, I'd say about doubles. I bet if you make it to tier 9, it probably fills up that whole thing out.
Incidentally, in this scene, and I realized this is probably hard for you guys to see. Sorry. It actually might be better if I leave it smaller because it doesn't have to use a lot of data on this outside, so it's not changing much. The lumen thing, and I think I have it set to medium right now, and I think high is not as bad. But you can see, so you see how it's like trying to like reflect the light coming in, bouncing off this onto the box here, and it's like lighting up the front of the box. That's lumen. It does that kind of light bouncing, area filling light bounce, and it looks really good. But there's some little telltale signs, and again, I think this is lumen. I'm not sure, but it does go away when I turn it off. So on the box here, it's gonna be look kind of like little splashy lights, like kind of splashy blotches of lighting, sort of. And you'll also see some of it down here, below, like right above my hexagon logo here, but below all the hotkeys. And just see if you watch. And I realize you guys are getting compressed video, and it may be hard to tell, but I think you'll still see some of the changes. Like, can you see it over here? It's like kind of blotchy. Hold on, I'll go back. And not the flickering shadow below the box, on the front face of the box, right below fix it. It's kind of like little blotchy highlights. That's lumen. But again, it does, like it's really subtle, but it's like it's not too subtle to not be unseen. Like you can't quite put your finger on it, but you're like, oh man, like the scene just looks more complete. I'm excited to see more of it after experiencing it in this.
Like, yeah, I'd say about doubles quite some time ago. 2 weeks. I don't know for sure. I haven't played since quite some time ago. Okay, we need biomass is what we need.
Wait a second. Okay, something happened. And I don't know what exactly it was. No, because I wasn't going to end it here. I'm going to end it after I build all this stuff. What happened to my timeline? thought there was like a timeline backup. See, here's one of those things where I don't understand what happened. And what sucks is I can almost guarantee you it came down to because I was using delete to remove clips. Same project as, copy, that's fine. I'm just gonna go back if I can. Doesn't feel like it's changing anything. I'm undoing like crazy. Oh, is it? Is it because I... Da Vinci, you really fucked me on that one. God damn it. I just wanted it to save a copy. So if I did a bunch of undoing on this and it wasn't worth it. And that's why it got dramatically shorter. Yeah, you know, fuck, I don't fully understand the difference between hitting backspace and hitting delete when it comes to removing a section. I know hitting delete cascades the videos together to get rid of the gap, whereas if you hit backspace, it just deletes the section and then leaves a gap there. And I know that it seems like doing delete when you're just going ahead like that works fine. But once I went back through and there were already a bunch of sections and I started using delete again, it fudged it up. And I don't understand why. I just don't understand why it does that. The good part is I can just extend this, but it just sucks because it's a lot of extra time.
Like this one has +3 inventory slots. So by the string of leads going in there. Is that generator working? Generator's working. So actually should be good though. Got a surplus. Oh wait, I did it wrong.
And see, this is I'm already off of that, and so I don't want to include that stuff. I'm just trying to wrap up the food thing. Right here, maybe.
Sometimes you need stuff quick. You just got a bunch of machines so you can crank up to 200%. It's all about the distance. I don't think there is a weight limit. I think you're just limited by slots, and you do unlock more as you unlock the tiers. I can actually show you right here. So you work through all these tiers. I skipped tier 0. That's just the intro, and I've done it before, so I skipped it. It gives you the option. But as you go through the tiers, you unlock certain things by depositing certain items. And like this one has +3 inventory slots. So by the time you work your way up through, I think the highest I ever made it is tier 7, because 8 and 9 weren't even in the game last time I played. Like, it about doubles what I have right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say about doubles. I bet if you make it to tier 9, it probably fills up that whole gap below the inventory.
Kind of such a gnarly like bug bite or something like right here. Oh my fucking!
I haven't played since.
It is so irritating.
I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. I haven't played since quite some time ago. Okay, we need biomass as well. Okay, we need biomass as well.
So when do I pull it up? Right there.
Okay, we need biomass as well.
That's what I hate about using delete though, is it leaves that gap there. And it like, or hitting backspace leaves the gap. Hitting delete moves it forward, but that whole cascading flow thing, it just messes up stuff sometimes, and I don't understand why.
Okay, we need biomass.
So I don't think doing the power line things is all that interesting. Like if you play the game, you'll figure the power line things out pretty quick. It's not that difficult. Okay, so we're coming in and build. I cut there because I fiddle around like a dummy. It's alive! Honestly, it's so nice once you get to the point of having generators, you have to deal with this biomass crap. Honestly, it's so nice once you get to the point of having generators, you have to deal with this biomass crap. So this is going to output biomass, which burns way longer than leaves. And then we need a biomass crap. Put biomass, which burns way longer than leaves. And then we need a biomass crap. Oh, that was no, I messed up. That place. Let's do all this stuff's going to get moved eventually. This is almost temporary. Way longer than leaves. And then we need a If you guys are out there and want to say hi, please do. We're doing like second pass cutting, I guess I'd call it. Sorry, I'm kind of getting. I've been a little out of it all day, and it's kind of hit me right now. I'm trying to focus on this and what I want to keep and what I'm not. And honestly, I kind of keep going off in my own little thoughts. So I want to keep that. I don't care about the power. I think this is all skippable crap that's happening right here. Oh, I gotcha. Stream of leaves going in there. Is that generator working? Generator's working. Actually, I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm just gonna turn it off. Is that generator working? Generator's working. Actually, I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm just gonna turn it off. Is that generator working? Generator's working. So actually, I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm just gonna turn it off. That'll appear. Let's get. Actually, I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm just gonna turn it off. That'll be right back if I need extra power. Actually, I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm just gonna turn it off. That'll be right back if I need extra power. Should be good. Got a surplus. So let's get. Should be good though. Got a surplus. So let's get. Be right back if I need. Oops. That'll be right back if I need extra power. Should be good though. Got a surplus. So let's get. Oh, dang it, I should have. Those going. I think I might actually lead it out right here. Got a surplus. So let's get. Oh, dang it, I should have. Is that generator working? Generator's working. So actually, I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm just gonna turn it off. That'll be right back if I need extra power. Should be good though. Got a surplus. Wonder if I should do like So this is my just custom. Well, it's literally the only end card I currently have made. Here, I'm gonna pause this music really quick. And normally I would fade the music in, so it's just gonna start. I didn't fade the clip in, so that way I could do the fading later when I do it. So normally I'd fade this in, but this is just gonna pop start. So yeah, normally I do like the best for you video here, and then my channel video here. But I wonder if it'd be worth getting or doing a custom one for Satisfactory. Or maybe I could even change the text on this one. I'd have to go edit, re-render it, but actually I don't, because the thing is I also have just the scrolling Hexfox background, that blurry one, without any text. So I can easily recreate it, and I have the audio file. I could put the audio file there. I just made this one and rendered it, so I had to click just one file, click and drag like I just did, basically. So do you think I should like say click on go watch part 2? Especially since I don't have part 2 ready. Like, do I put go watch part next even though I don't have a part next for videos? Because the one thing is too is once I have multi-parts up, I can change the end card for them so that they recommend the next parts. And actually, I bet you anything they recommend just one of the end cards is recommended, so it's based off YouTube's algorithm. You don't actually set what the people see. And I bet you it would be smart enough to figure out things that are named the same and have like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Like, oh, he watched part 2 of Satisfactory. Let's probably recommend part 3. You know, that kind of thing. I think I'm just gonna leave this in here. Delete this one. Link those up and over. Actually, just one more. Something like that, maybe.
Need extra power. Should be good though. Got a surplus.
How's the video fade on that? I do want to make a new. I should just record it off OBS. I won't do that while I'm live because I'll just literally let it record for like 5 minutes so I have a 5-minute clip or something. But I also want to make an ed card using this background, the one that's behind my camera here. Like that one. I don't want to leave it on that scene too long though. I don't want someone thinking that it's the stream starting or ending. I guess I could use this one. But yeah, this like slow moving. Like I like that. I think it'd be a good end scene, and just throwing some text over the top, some music. Whoops. Sorry, is that? Okay. So the one thing I kind of want to do, so we're back up to about Just under 17 minutes. That's good. I don't know if I want to... I mean, I already muted this one audio thing here. So the benefits, the reason, if you're curious, and I'll just, maybe this makes sense for you and you never thought about doing like this. So I record 2 audio tracks currently. I kind of want to do 3. And audio usually doesn't have a huge overhead, but I am a little concerned because like this is everything I do for the streaming is definitely like pushing my computer pretty hard. Plus it just runs really hard when it's gaming and then still trying to do this recording and stuff on the side. And like I can tell, it seems to do well at putting the power where it needs to. Like for example, a lot of the times, so OBS is on this screen, it's like that's the camera obviously, but OBS is like over here and a little bit lower. Usually when I'm gaming, like Call of Duty, something that's just pinning all my computer resources, the preview window on OBS, like I'll just pull it over so you can see it. So like this window right here will be very, very choppy, very choppy. Like it looks like it's a slideshow almost, but the output still seems to be fine. So, you know, just prioritizing actually outputting a nice smooth video. And my preview window is just poor, and that's fine. I don't care about the preview window poor. It's literally just preview. It could be a slideshow and I'd be fine with it. I just needed to make sure, you know, like it's showing the scene I want to show and you guys are seeing the game and all that crap. Why was I talking about that? Oh yeah, so overhead, a little concerned that I don't have a lot of overhead to work with, so I don't know if I want to add a 3rd audio track. So the way these are set up is my base audio track records pretty much everything. And actually what I need to do, and this is why it messed up, it needs to not be recording that aux input. So that's the one I play my music on as well as my alerts. And I don't want it recording those. So this is everything minus that track normally, although in this recording, it's literally everything because I didn't have it secluded. That's why when I was doing the editing, you'd hear those pink, you'd hear the noises, the chat noises. Okay, and so the second audio track is just my voice. That's it. Like if I pretty sure, or no. Sorry. The second track is just the game audio, not my voice or notifications or anything else. It's just game audio. And the benefit of that is, and I think that's probably what happened right here, why this audio track's faded. Come on, what's going on? Is I probably swore right here, but I muted it so you can't hear it. So you can see I'm talking a little bit. Let's see what I say. Hold on.
Change that network quality thing.
Okay, so it wasn't that. It was just something unrelated. I felt like it was unnecessary.
Let's do it like that.
So anyways, the point is that at least with this setup, at least with 2, I have a little bit of flexibility in bringing down game audio or my voice while still having the other one. So, you know, also, what if I record something and like it's a multiplayer game and like the recording, like there's something like awesome happening. I don't want to get rid of the footage, but maybe some of the people on there were just dropping N-bombs left and right because it's fucking Call of Duty. At least this way, and especially if I'm talking over it, you know, I could at least ditch the game audio and still have my talking a little bit, or maybe a little bit of music in there just to fill the gap. And honestly, like, I haven't tried this yet, but I bet you it wouldn't be too difficult to just rip a piece of audio from a different part of maybe the same game or even a different game and just throwing it in there just to fill the gap so it doesn't go hard silence for a few seconds and then back to regular audio. I bet you it wouldn't be that. It's like a game like Call of Duty, it wouldn't be hard to just fill it. especially since it would probably be a part with not a lot going on. Well, I don't know. I guess it could really go anyway. But yeah, so that's how I use these. Like ideally, so yeah, this one's everything. Audio one's everything. My voice, game voice, sans alerts. None of them alerts on any of them. And this one is just game audio. So it's really more for if I swear, like if I'm like, well, I mean, screw it, I guess, because like I would cut it out. Like if I say fuck on the stream, I don't really care if I say it on the stream too much. I'm not a big person who puts a lot of weight behind just words. It's all about context and how they're used. So in my life, I don't care. I have a problem with saying the word fuck. But they'll get videos demonetized, including this live VOD, I suppose. And so this way, if I swear in a clip that I want to use for a shot, I can at least pull my audio completely out of it, just for that little bit, for the one word or whatever. And the game audio will still be there. So like you won't really even notice. Like if you look at my webcam, you can tell I talk because you can see my mouth move, but you won't hear it. But otherwise, unless you look at the webcam, you don't even know you missed anything. So that's what I like. That's why I like having the extra audio track, at least with the game sound. It just gives me a little bit of flexibility in editing, like this right here. Like it's not even swearing or anything. It's just me talking about game settings that just aren't relevant to the video. But I wanted that little scene right there because I want the lead in to getting I think that's when that's when the logo is right there, right? Because the Fix It HUD-OS pops up. Oh. No, actually, I would just delete this. I thought it had some UI in it or something. Yeah, I'm probably just going to delete it. Hey, what's up, Dan? How's your night going? Thanks for joining me on my editing adventure. I think I'm about to cut out this clip because I just don't see a point for it. I'm actually just about done with this. I was going to watch it over, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to bother. Oh, wait, I do need to put that one text prompt in the video.
Are you guys into these kinds of logistics games?
What do you got going on with your night? Let's see if I get your name right. Dan Tanito. Oh, okay, that was actually easier than I thought. At a glance, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, Dan Tanito. I like it. Appreciate you swinging by. It's always good seeing some new faces. Let's see. So what was I going to put here? Actually, I'm just going to... Oh, whoops. Oh, hold on. How did I do that? Oh, hold on. How did I do that? I have no idea why this is so big all of a sudden. Jeez. Fair warning, I'm a noob at this program, just so you know. I don't understand why I did that at all. What? I mean, that's good. Just ask her. Oh, is that why I hit that? And that's why I was tripping out? Okay, that makes sense. Lower that. Lower that so it's not ridiculous. I was kind of thinking something like that. I don't know. But yeah, man, you should just tell her. See, she wants to go kick it, go to the arcade or something, or whatever you're into. I'm a geek. I like arcade stuff. Yeah, I mean, good signs. Oh yeah, like the bot said, don't forget to hit that follow button. Appreciate it a lot. Sorry, I'm trying to make that notification sound not quite so loud for you. Background, yes, we need backgrounds. Opacity, so you can actually be read.
You gotta do the manual stuff up front, you know. Are you guys into these kinds of logistics games? I guess would probably was what I'd call it. I mean, I suppose it's crafting too, but
Oh, we'll see how it goes.
you know. Are you guys into these kinds of logistics games? I guess would probably was what I'd call it.
Yeah, it sucks when you don't have experience and all that, and you're not really sure. When you just can't really read the situation because you don't know. It sort of gets better, but also people are all different. And so when you think you've kind of figured it out, someone will throw you a curveball.
Did you die? No, you didn't. Now you're dead. That's y'all tripped up jumping off that.
Okay, do Fairline really quick. Just across the board. Normalize them. Oh yeah. Oh no, I can do the long form ones in 265 and MKV. I can't remember. I think it was TikTok does not like MKV files. Pretty sure it was TikTok. Oh yeah. Part 1. Should really update that with it's fine though. We'll leave it like that. You know what the ironic part is? Is I can almost guarantee you girls have liked you since elementary. You just didn't know it. And thank you. It's probably honestly awful because I'm still learning everything and I don't know half the hotkeys, but thank you. But yeah, you're going to find out later in life that there have been girls the whole time that were into you. And neither one of you made a move, so neither one of you ever found out. Like I guarantee you at some point in life, you're going to be like, you're gonna either be talking to someone or you're gonna hear through the grapevine that someone liked you, and you're gonna be like, I had no idea, and they'll be like, I had no idea either. And maybe at that time it won't be a good time for you guys to get together, or maybe you just never will. It's just be one of those things you reminisce about in the future. But like, it will happen. I guarantee you it'll happen. It happens to everyone. Yeah, I mean, if you just kind of embrace it and just try to go talk to her and see if she wants to hang out, I think that'll come off the best possible way. And like you can go with a little bit of plan to like have a few ideas. You don't have to be like super out of like, hey, I want to take you to the arcade. Just be like, hey, you like games? Like, let's go to arcade. If they say no, like, okay, do you like the water? I don't know where you live. Maybe you don't live by water, but I live by the water. So I'd be like, you want to go to a lake? Like, or if we could spend a day trip. I don't know if you drive. I drive. I'd be like, do you want to spend a day trip? We can drive to the coast. Like, I'm close enough. Like, or a forest, go hiking. I don't know. Lots of things. Like, just go walk in a park to see if they want to do something. If they want to do something, they'll do probably anything you want to do. It's really that simple. And if they are not interested, they won't. And it's really that simple. And they can just kind of be like, oh, okay, and move on. And the weird thing is too, like, this is something you don't know when you're younger. And I'm 41. I still got a ways to go. So maybe I'm still going to learn stuff beyond this. But things come back around sometimes. So if it's a no from them or they just don't share your vibes, it's cool. Be cool with it. Tell them it's cool and be okay with it yourself, because you don't know what's going to happen 10 years down the line. Like, that person might have some unfortunate relationships and you might look really good at that point. Like, not saying you should necessarily take that dive. Who knows what kind of situation they're in? There's all these details that you'd have to take into consideration. But like, some of my best female friends were girls who I had an interest in, but never really got anywhere with. But I just wasn't a dick about it. And like, they're still really good friends to this day. Their friendship's been very beneficial, both in my relationships as well as just my life. And like, they're people too. I know it's hard to see with all the emotions and the hormones and crap. Like, I remember it gets easier over time. They don't hit you so hard as you get older. But like, treat them like a human. See what they want to do. And if you throw out a few ideas and she's like, man, I don't know, that's not a no. Ask her, like, what would you like to do? If you know some stuff about her, you can make a suggestion. Like, if you know she likes hiking, want to go hike at this local mountain spot that everyone hikes by wherever you live. Like, it does what they don't tell you younger is it's not what you do, it's the effort, really. And so it doesn't have to be a grandiose thing. You just have to actually do something. Because a lot of times it's just the no one gets anywhere because no one tries. Especially with that relationship stuff. Especially with that relationship stuff, and especially when you're young and the hormones are insane and you can't think straight. Even if you think you're thinking straight, you're not. And you won't know it until you're like older and you're looking back on it like, oh my God, I was an idiot. And I didn't hit render. Shoot. I got caught up in your question. I forgot. I was going to do this because this is going to take a while too. I honestly wonder if I should just wait and render it later. It's going all right. I say that, but I'm like, oh, 29 minutes remaining. Oh, 31 minutes, 33 minutes remaining. Oh, that's down to 17. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's interesting. No wonder it's going so fast. It's using my GPU. Which GPU encoding used to be a studio-only feature, the paid version of DaVinci. I usually use the free version. So normally my cores would all be screaming. But it's using my GPU. I wonder if it's a glitch. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the paid version, and I don't have. Oh, I can't look at anything while it's. I am positive I don't have the paid version. I did not drop a few $100s on the paid version. I would know. I wonder if they just made it available. That's an awesome upgrade because that renders so much faster than CPU. Although CPU looks better, so there's that. I hope it helps. You know, you got to keep in mind, I'm not you. I don't know how you think. I'm not her. I don't know how she thinks. And I don't even know where you live or like how society is around you. Society's changed quite a bit, varying on places. But ultimately, I think it applies. Like, you just be cool. I know it sounds so simple and so abstract, but like, and it's so hard when you got the hormones. I know it is. I freaking remember. But yeah, just try to hang out. Try to hang out. If they want to hang out, they'll hang out. If they don't, they don't. And really big, again, I know I'm reiterating. Sorry. Like, don't be a dick if they don't. Don't do that. Don't take that route. You might feel angry. You might feel pissed off, like they denied you something you're owed. You're not. And you shouldn't let yourself feel that way. And plus, there's like 7 billion people on the planet. Like, even if 0.01% of them are the people that you're compatible with, you got to realize that's still like a million. I could do the math. It'd be 700 million people, right? Or maybe 70 million people. I don't know, whatever. Like, you'll get more, it'll be more beneficial if you're just cool with everyone. As cool as you can be. And that shit comes back in spades in life. Like, people remember, like, even if you try your shot and she's like, nah, not really. And you're like, cool, it's all good. Good luck. Have a good day or whatever. And even if you guys don't really talk anymore after that, like, that might manifest itself 5-10 years down the line. Like, I've seen it happen. I've lived it. And I've seen it happen with other people. Like, people remember if you treated them like a dick or not. And again, who's to say that that person that didn't really vibe with you, maybe one of their friends will. And if you're cool, they'll hook you up with their friends because you're cool. If they shoot you down and you call them a bitch, to cunt, and to suck a dick, they're not going to hook you up with anyone. Why would they? You're a dick. So yeah, just, it's hard. And like, I'm kind of emphasizing it because I realize how hard it is. Because on top of the emotions, you'll suddenly get hit with this just feeling of like, just regret and like failure, and it's not as bad as it feels. You'll get over it, and it's really not even a failure. It's a failure if you turn it into a bad situation, but being shot down is not a failure. Yeah, no, I'm like going through my mind. I'm like, am I wrong? Should I correct myself on that? And I don't think I am. Yeah, you definitely can. And even like numbers, I don't know, do people still even ask for your numbers? I feel like it's all like online account info nowadays. But again, like, you're in school, dude. You see her all the time. Like, you don't even have to push for a number too hard. Although if you say, hey, do you want to do something? She says yes. That's a good time to ask, because how else are you going to plan these things? But you'll have plenty of opportunities. So also keep that in mind. Can't believe I had to sit there and question if people still ask for numbers. I know we all have numbers because, you know, cell phones, but I don't know about you. Like, texting through my number is not my primary form of messaging people. Like Facebook Messenger, other messengers. Like, I do text, regular text, but it's just not my primary form anymore. The technology took too long to catch up. Of course, you might be on an iPhone. iPhone texting is a lot better than Android, but I'm an Android user. One nice thing about this, using my GPU, not my CPU too, is my CPU gets so hot, whereas my GPU runs pretty cool. Plus, it's only using the video decoder. It's not even using the main GPU chipset, which is the part that gets really hot. Let's see. Can I bring anything up on the screen while this is rendering to, I don't know, keep you guys entertained? Everything's gonna be kind of slow because, you know, the rendering. Actually, crap. Oh, now I have questions. So, fun fact for you. Here, I'm gonna just give you some context. I have a GeForce RTX 3080. Pretty much the entire GeForce line from back, I think, the 1080 series all the way up. They have a video encoder, which is what it's using, which is why this sucker's pegged at almost 98% while it's encoding the video. But by default, it's limited to 2 encodes at a time. Now, I'd normally use both of those by streaming to Twitch and YouTube and by recording on different settings. So it's 2 different encodes because this is different settings from this one, so it can't just copy it. But somehow, we're doing a 3rd encode through DaVinci, which shouldn't even be using it. Computers are weird, man. Yeah, I mean, everyone does. You know, that's like, hey, getting someone's number is like the terminology, but it is just so, it feels kind of out of place in this day and age, right? It's like if someone were to say, hey, like, call me, but instead of like, call me, they were like, do you remember? You might not. They had the old rotary phones that had the wheel on them with 1 through 9 or 1 through 0 or 0 through 9. I don't know how it went. So you do like 1, 3, I don't know why I was talking about that. It's just the old school. That's like when it started. And we're so past that. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. It was such a ridiculous thought. Man, editing takes so much time. I don't know if you've ever done any of it yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd say definitely a good time to hit her up too, because you can also be like, if she feels a little on the fence, if you feel like she's feeling a little weird about it, you can be like, hey, you know, I'm actually going to be busy next week because I'm going to Cali, but when we get back, how about we go walk along this local place that you're going to have to fill in the blanks on, you know? I think casual. Doesn't have to be too hard. Like once starts, like the plans start forming, you can try to like set a time and stuff, but like just when it comes to starting the plan creation, keep it open. Plus that helps, I would assume, it helps keep most people, in this case her, kind of at ease, because you're not like, hey, let's do this, this, and this on this day. Yes or no? It's more of a conversation, like, well, how would you like to do this? I thought it'd be fun if we did these 2 things, and then maybe we could get a bite to eat at this place, which is nearby, and I like it because they have good steaks or, you know, whatever. And again, I know I feel like I'm making it sound easy. It is in theory, but I do realize it does not seem, nor will it feel that easy when you're doing it. It's just part of the process. It does get easier, but I'm guessing you're younger. Obviously, you're going to school. So, you know, it's just part of the process. Yeah. And it's weird, too, because, like, with this longer, like, this is what, a 16-minute video. It's like, use a little bit longer clips, but when I've done shorts, like, I'll do this 1-minute short, 60 seconds, and it'll take me 3 hours to edit. And it's like, why? But I do a little more post-processing on the shorts too. There's interface stuff I put up, and I do multiple windows because, you know, you're working in the vertical format as opposed to the horizontal. But yeah, it's just like, it's a 60-second video, and I spend 60 to 120 to more minutes for 60 seconds. But I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's fun posting it. I love watching the analytics, like from YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all that. And it's like I'm getting enough out there now that I'm starting to realize different platforms users look for different things. Like the one thing I've kind of honed in on is TikTok users. They really want to see the face of someone on the video right away. Like right away. If there's not a face of someone on that video, they swipe away almost immediately. this is a very small sample size, okay? So don't take this as gospel. But like, I start putting my face right at the beginning of the videos, and sure enough, they're like getting 10 times as many views now with likes and sometimes comments. Whereas before it would get almost nothing. And yeah, so, and that's just one little thing. And there's little things for all of them that are all a little bit different. I'm still don't understand why it's using my GPU right now. I'm extremely happy about it. I just wish I understood why. Because that was, of all the features that I don't have, that was the one feature I was like, oh, that's the one I wish I had and would almost pay the money for. There's a ton of great features if you buy it. So that's why I am 100% sure I'm not supposed to have it. I did all the research, like, oh yeah, it's a paid feature. It makes sense. It's a good feature to have behind a paywall because it's not necessary at all. You can render with just your CPU. It just takes longer. Yeah. One part that sucks for me personally is I know I can be faster at it. I can tell because I'm still learning the hotkeys constantly. And you know, hotkeys greatly increase your speed at whatever you're doing because you can start doing things without too much thought. And now I don't have to go through a menu to try to find something. I can be like, oh, I want to do this. It's Control J or whatever. And so I'm still trying to learn all that. And a lot of it, like I constantly stop in the middle of editing to look up how to do something or to maybe look at someone else's videos to see kind of how they dealt with the pacing at a certain period. Yeah. And then also like this one towards the end, I just kind of like started like yellowing it. Like, I don't care. I got to get it done and out. And this is only one bit from the first day. I'm pretty sure I could probably make parts 2 and 3 out of the first day as well. And then the second day I could probably get like 5 parts out of, maybe less. I kept a lot of talking in this one because it was the robot girl voice thing talking about stuff I was picking up for the first time. Look at that rock penis. I talk about it in this scene. I think it's pretty funny. That scene I'm actually probably going to clip and turn into a short. Just because it's funny. I need to actually like make a note of that. Where's my streams? Right here. I wonder if this was already it right here, maybe. Incidentally, if you stream and record at the same time, this is from this notepad file right here is from a program called InfoWriter that lets you like hit hotkeys for clips so you can know what time to go back to look for all the cool stuff that happens or that did happen. Just a fun little hotkeys. Like I said, hotkeys. They make everything easier, faster. Like that for that InfoWriter, I have 6 different hotkeys for different types of clips, like funny clips, confusing clips. And I can refer to those posts after the stream and know right where to go to look at them. Only works if I remember, though, and I forget all the time, so there's that. Yeah, man. Definitely should. And, don't be afraid to, like, I'm trying to think how I would deal with this when I was younger if someone gave this advice to me. I want to say don't focus too much on just trying to be a you and her date. I mean, you do, because that's what we all want it to be, because we don't want the distractions. We want to be able just to honestly react to just the person we're seeing or whatever. But people are a lot more confident, or not confident, sorry, people are more comfortable when they have a friend or someone nearby or around too. So you can make it like a double date if one of your friends wants to hang out with you and one of her friends and her. Or you can make a party type thing. No, like a house party, but like, hey, we're going to the beach. Again, I don't know if you're close to a beach, but something like that. Like, or we're going to the mountains. Like, we're going to go barbecue or camping. Camping is a great way to get multiple people involved. And you guys all have a campsite. You can have like, maybe like 8 to 10 people. And that opens up a lot of opportunities for you and her, to wander off on your own and have a little conversation. But she's still around friends, so she's more at ease and more comfortable. It is. It's just the hormones, dude. It's the hormones and the chemicals roaring through your body. You can't help it. It never fully stops until maybe really late in life. It just starts to kind of taper off. I'm sure it's different for everyone. I feel for me it started to taper off a little bit in my like late 20s. But there's lots of other things that could be related to that way with things that happen in my life. And it's not like it tapers off a lot, you know. I still get horny. It doesn't control your mind quite as much. And really, it may not even be that. It's probably just that your mind's more developed, that it's just a little more resistant to that chemical control that the body's trying to exert. Like people always talk about, what's the meaning of life? You know, it's one of those questions you hear in movies and people like to pose to each other just for fun. And my personal opinion is the meaning of life is to create more life. That's it. That's the long and short of it. It's like things exist to procreate. Things exist to make more things. That's kind of why, as humans, we're kind of a bacteria on planet Earth. But, you know, it is what it is. We're here. But that's also why that drive, those chemicals and that all those hormones, like so strong. Like it just, if you're not doing that, it just makes you feel like garbage. And so that's the hard part to fight. Because again, if you ask someone out and they say no, your body just tells you you're a failure at everything you've ever done in life. Not true. And that's like, eventually that doesn't hit so hard. But if you get past that and don't let it affect the way you behave, at least too much, it will. It's going to sometimes, it's like a range. But keep it in check. Don't be a dick. Like if you get mad, that's fine. You can go be mad somewhere else out of their sight. You can throw some rocks at a tree. I had a lot of anger issues as a kid, and the way my parents had me learn to control them is they would take milk jugs, empty milk jugs, wash them out so no milk in it, fill it up with water, put it in the freezer so it froze, and then I would just go outside on the concrete and just, when I was really mad, and just like throw the ice on the ground. It's not hurting anyone. It's ice. It'll melt, whatever. And it just helps. Like it helps, especially when you're younger, because once it's out, it's easier to control. But when it's in there, it just wants to get out so bad. And it's all just because of the hormones. It's all just because of the hormones and chemicals. Desert and sand, huh? And sand castles? I don't know. Dunes? I mean, are there any dunes by you? Like, do you guys do any dune sliding? Dune's gonna be a lot of fun. Especially if you got like little cliff ones, because you can jump off a little bit higher cliff and land in soft sand without breaking your ankles. It's fun, especially if it's at a good slope. Like I live up in Washington, but I've lived down in Oregon too. And like Oregon has lots of great dunes along the coast. But you might have caves too. Like said El Paso, right? California? Like I just visited down there last year and we stopped at a couple of the lava caves. The lava caves are really cool. You know, do some cave diving. Like that might be a more like you, her, and some other people, like a group type thing, because it's scary. You're going into dark caves and stuff. But like get some headlamps, some flashlights, some food, water. Just go hiking in some of the lava caves that are all over California. Like they're really cool. Yeah, there's that too. You know, to counter that, just another idea of something to do, go stargazing. Keep an eye on the weather. There's maps out there. If you Google like light pollution maps, if you Google that, you can pull up, you know, close to you, you can see where the least amount of light pollution is. Probably going to be somewhere up in the mountains, usually the case. And just plan a trip. And again, I don't know how mobile you are. I don't know if you have a car or a license, or at least have a license in a car you can borrow for a night or a weekend or something. But stargazing, most people love to go stargazing, especially people who live in cities, because they don't hardly ever see the stars. And when you go out to the stargaze someplace that has like a below 5% light pollution, or I don't even know what the like cities give off a lot of light. So when you get away from them, like you see way more stars. It feels like you're a dome of stars. I hope you know this, but if you haven't seen it, it's pretty amazing. Very romantic. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, find some, and even you don't necessarily have to get away from the city, but the experience is much more profound if you can get away from the light pollution. But nighttime thing, so cooler, right? You guys could plan like a camping thing, head out in the evening in your in the afternoon in your air conditioned cars, drive up, set up camp, bonfire for a little while till it gets dark, and then maybe if you do some searching, you can find some place that someone else has already found. It's like, yeah, this is a place. Go here. It's a great view if the skies are clear. Just follow that advice. Hiking and camping are always good options if the girl's down. And I'd say most of them are always down as long as they're not like uncomfortable with you. And again, that's not a bad thing. We just don't know people, and you're uncomfortable around people you don't know. So don't take it as a personal attack. Yes, they are. And definitely, again, whether it's with her or not, anytime you get if you get a chance, low light pollution, go stay out there and just really get the full experience. And also, if you wear glasses or contacts or anything, make sure you take those because it still looks pretty cool without them. I wear contacts, so I've seen both. But when it's sharp and clear and you can see all those points, man, it's amazing. It's really, really cool. All right, video rendered. Where did it render to? Where's my freaking... But yeah, my go-to for like first dates are arcades. Especially if it's an arcade that has tickets, or rewards of some kind. Because it's always fun. There's a million games. There's a ton of options. There's no way anyone can go into arcade and not see at least one thing that they're like, what's that? What's that all about? That looks kind of interesting. And who doesn't like leaving with a prize, even if it's something cheap and dinky? Like, it's just a good spot. Plus, usually food's there. I don't know about you. A lot of the arcades around here also have bowling alleys in them, or maybe putt-putt golf, depending on which ones you go to. And we have a lot that run pretty late. I think we might even we used to have one that was 24 hours. I don't think it is anymore. But yeah, they're just good hot spots of lots of opportunity to do things. And when people are doing things, they generally are having the most fun. And when people have fun, they enjoy time with other people. Now, shared experiences are what build friendships. I feel like I heard that somewhere. I don't know where. I kind of agree with it. That's probably the first time I've ever said it, though. So take it with a grain of salt. Bruh. Okay. You said El Paso, right? So I was down... Hold on, let me bring up a map. Because I went down there to Universal Studios last year. Oh, dang it. Where's my freaking browser window? Oh, you're Texas, not California. Sorry, I'm dumb. I don't know why I was thinking California. My bad. I was thinking El Paso, California for some reason. El Paso, Texas. Never mind. What was I going to say? Yo, that's right. I was going to see if you knew a place that I ate while I was over in California, but you wouldn't know. I love tacos. I'm actually more of a burrito fan, but just Mexican has always been my hands down favorite type of food my entire life. And I'm kind of a trash panda, and I really love Taco Bell. I do. I guess it's low quality Mexican food to some people's standards, and I can see why. Don't care. Love the way it tastes. Love eating it all the time. That being said, there's a place in California called Salsa and Beer that has hands down the best Mexican food I've ever had in my life by a grand scale. Like I've been chasing that high up here in Washington since last year, and nothing's come even remotely close. I would imagine you got tons of good Mexican down there too, since you're right on the border. I haven't ever been in Mexico, unfortunately. And I think I would be very in love with the food down there. It'd probably be very difficult to leave. But yeah, we went to Universal Studios last year, which was a lot of fun. In Knott's Berry. Let's see. Where the heck's Hollywood? Oh yeah, we went up in the Hollywood Hills too. That was fun. And where is it? We drove by this. FYI, Griffith Observatory, busy as fuck. We didn't even stop. There was no parking. You had to park like down, like these. Hold on, this is messing up because of my dark reader. So the observatory's on this road right here. We came up this road, no parking at all. Drove around the observatory, went down this road, no parking, no parking, no parking, no parking, no parking, no parking. We got down here, there was a little bit of parking. So they expect you to park down here and hike your butt all the way up these trails. And this is all uphill, by the way. I don't know if I have where's the train? Yeah, this is all uphill. I would have loved to have seen it because I love going there in Grand Theft Auto 5. But it was so packed. I believe you 100%. I couldn't believe how much of a difference it made just going down to Southern California. I do here and there. It's not really a current game. I'm very much interested in getting onto an RP server though. But I don't have it installed yet. I have GTA 5 installed, not the RP mods. And I've just kind of been getting pulled like I have a lot of time to game and I don't have enough time for everything. Like Satisfactory is kind of in my hit list right now because the 1.0 game complete version just dropped yesterday. And I haven't played it since like beta 5. So I love getting to see what's new and what's changed. And I love this game so much. It's one of my all-time favorites. Oh, if I play, I'll stream it. For sure, if I play, I'll stream it. Basically, yeah. Especially GTA 5, because that's a big hitter. And it's really, really popular on all the RP servers and RP streams. Yeah, but basically my philosophy nowadays is if I'm gaming, I'm streaming. Or at the very least recording. But I also record and stream all the time, so if I'm gaming, I'm streaming. Because you never know. Like part of why I'm doing this now is I was playing lots and lots of Battlefield. And I would think about this with any game, but I'd been playing lots of Battlefield in the years prior. And just anytime something cool would happen, I would be like, God, I wish I'd recorded that. I wish I'd saved it. So I used to do it back when I was younger, but I just kind of fell out of it. Because I would record a lot of stuff, but I would never do anything with it. So it was cool to have the clips. I go back and watch them. I can show my friends, whatever. Upload it to YouTube. But I was never doing anything with it. But I still constantly wish I was recording. So the editing is part of me trying to make sure I use the footage. But also, I got to record all the time because I sometimes record for like 4 hours and I just don't get anything. Like nothing great happens. I'm not doing something kind of story-based like this where I can turn it into parts that you follow through. And like sometimes it's just 4 hours of not any good footage. I usually do about 4-hour streams, by the way. Tuesday through Saturday, generally in the dinner time evening, like starting around 4 or 5. But time-wise, I don't want to commit to times too much because I'm constantly looking at the analytics and reconsidering. Like I constantly reconsider streaming early in the morning because it's a good time for less competition as far as other streamers. Like honestly, streaming at 4 p.m. my time, which would probably be like 5 or 6 your time, it's when all the games are the most full of streamers, so your chances of getting seen are the lowest. But I'm also mostly streaming because I'm also recording to make videos. Really, I'm making videos. This is my goal, is making videos. Streaming is just something I can do while I'm playing because I have to play to make the videos anyways, right? So that's kind of my thought process on it. Yeah, I will definitely get a guide. You're not the first to warn me. I've heard things like that before. So yeah, we'd probably get a guide. Like, as much as I'd love to say, yeah, maybe next year, I don't know. We got a lot of things going on. Like maybe if the streaming stuff takes off, I can route some money into that. But also right now, if I make any money from this, it's all going right back into the stream. Like I want a better camera, so my frame rates match. Like this is like 30 frames on a 60 frame stream, so it's a little choppy. Need a better mic by a lot. I know you could tell that. I've done a lot to make it clean. Like it's all just this mic right here, and I've got some filters on it to try to clean it up. But even on a good example is you were here when I did it. Like the last thing I did before I rendered this video is I went into the Fairlight tab, which if you don't know is the audio processing, and I selected all the audio tracks and I normalized them. And the reason I do that is because it's like a simple 1-click, well 2-click, I guess maybe 3-click. That kind of takes away some of those sharper notes in my voice on the recordings. So I haven't been able to figure out how to get rid of that in the recording process. But if I get a really nice microphone, like an actual dynamic microphone, it'll sound a lot better. Also, I think my voice is a little bit deeper than what gets recorded, but I don't know. It's hard to judge your own voice. Man, now you got me hungry. I'm like legitimately considering going to get some Taco Bell. I'm also kind of waiting to see if my girlfriend hits me up. She should be off work here in a little bit. I just had Taco Bell yesterday, though. Like, don't get me wrong. I have no problem eating Taco Bell back to back. I just try not to. Probably because it's socially unacceptable. That's really the only reason. That, and I guess it's super unhealthy. But it's so good. Yeah. They would be sorely disappointed if they thought that and they tried to snatch me up. I'm not worth much money, and I don't think you're going to get much from any of the people that care for me. If anything. Oh, that's a funny concept. All right, I think I am done. Oh, I know one thing I can do. Hold on, let's go. Satisfactory penis rock. Go back to this. Come on, the hell, I dragged it. Oh, I dragged the wrong file. Tried to drag the text file in there. It's like, I don't know what the text file is. So I gotta find that penis rock thing again. Searching is a lot faster. VLC though. That's it right there. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why. It's super funny to me. Okay, so 103. That's too far. Did I get it? Come on, guys. There it is again, and just get this crap. Okay. Now let's import. Man, thanks again for coming by, man. I really appreciate it. I hope any of the information I gave you helps. I'm by no means an expert though, so if it blows up in your face, I'm sorry. I don't think it will. It's also worth noting, when you ask girls out, like, If the girl themselves, or it doesn't have to be, it's not really a girl thing just because you're talking about asking out girls. When you ask someone out, if they're not dicks themselves, if they're not interested, they won't be a dick to you. They'll let you down. They'll be nice about it. So you don't have to really worry about girls being dicks, because if you like ask them like, no, you're a piece of shit, I would never date you. Yeah, she's a piece of shit, actually. She's reflecting herself, and you just dodged a huge bullet. Just something to keep in mind. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. Can't get away with a 5-second short. That'll hands down be the shortest one I've ever done. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner of it. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner of it. Whoops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not that. Here are the game clips. Really. Oops. Relink. Okay. So, I do two things here. And duplicate that. Link those. This one's gonna be my head. Essentially. Whoa, hey. Thanks for the follow, bud. Yeah. No worries, man. I hope it works out for you. But again, like the best advice, the advice I am most confident with, the advice that I believe will serve you the absolute best out of everything I've said, is if she turns you down, just be cool about it. And continue to be your friend. Maybe not right then. Sometimes you need space. It's fine. But like, don't lose your shit. It's the best thing you can do. Like, not necessarily saying it will come back with her, but with other people, it will come back around in your life. Later in life. Might be years. But they'll remember. If you're cool, they'll remember you were cool. And it's hard. It takes work. It's not easy. But they'll remember. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to be getting off of here pretty soon, too. I think I'm going to finish up this short since I started. I probably wouldn't have started if you weren't here, because I think I would have finished the video and just signed off since no one was here. So thank you. It's because of you I'm still working on this. You're helping keep me on track. It's a tough thing to do, so thank you. And good luck tomorrow. Or whenever. You said tomorrow? Yeah, you said tomorrow. Yeah, good luck for tomorrow. Alright, so there we go. Change this to the old... Oh, no. Why are we scrolled down? That's weird. Why can't it save my custom resolution? It's so frustrating. Uh, 2560. It just happens to be one of the resolutions I don't have memorized, so... Oops. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here.
I don't know why, especially at this angle. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner of that. It looks like...
Okay. Oops. Is it still out of the shot if I do that? I like that you can't see it, and then the camera pans over. Oops. So weird. Scaling cropped images things.
Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner. Does that look like a penis?
I feel like I could maybe bring it up a little bit. Whoa, that sounded weird in my headphones. Hold on. Yeah, that I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's only in the left side too. That little slow period. There's like a knock. That's right. It's like boop boop boop, and it sounds like a knock. I almost thought someone was knocking on this door behind me for a second. I dig that song. I'm gonna have to send it to a friend of mine. Okay. Whoops. I think I'm gonna do. Even though it's gonna be blurred, I am gonna do that.
I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle. Does that look like a penis?
I'm kind of. I mean, in the past, I've just like taken up the whole frame.
I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner of that. It looks like... Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner of that. It looks like...
So silly. Especially if I make the webcam that big, I don't even need the blurred one because it's not seen. Oops. All right, let's bring in some social media crap. Wrong one. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. It just feels a little, maybe a little too bold. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. Does that look like a penis? I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner. That it looks like. That's fine. It's kind of silly. And it definitely has to be 264. And dang it, where is it? MP4. I think it was Instagram that didn't like MKV files. Gotta love shorts. They render fast. It's also why I've used shorts to demo a lot of things. I shouldn't say demo. Well, I guess demo is not the wrong word. But to do like motion blur and stuff like that. Like I could try adding. See if I can remember how to do it without. Yeah, so you do optical flow. And then you do the vector motion blur, pretty sure. Oh, I did it on the wrong thing though. See how it's this and not. Why doesn't it show? Yeah, the V1. Optical flow. Vector motion blur. Yeah, so it's really slow because doing motion blur takes like a lot. But you can see like the blur over here. Is it kind of like that smoother feeling a little bit? You can see how long it takes to render though. Let's just send it. See how it looks if I do it this way. Motion blur. Add to queue. So that one took yeah, that one took 8 seconds to render. I'm still surprised it's using my GPU. It's so crazy. That's like the very least amount of fusion that I kind of know because I watched a video on how to do it. And that, like that video, like just being able to do that is a huge improvement because I didn't understand fusion at all before that. But just, and like literally just the guy saying, okay, do this, add this thing, and do this, and add this thing, and hit play, and you can see the difference between them. Like, oh yeah, that's very simple. I mean, I already know this because people have talked about it, but Fusion is clearly a very powerful tool that's capable of some pretty amazing things that I'm gonna have to watch the videos on it on the various things because like, and I bet you people have added. I bet you there's plugins and stuff to add more features or functions, more fusions. But yeah, it seems like a very powerful and robust feature. I'm excited to see what else it can do. But, and maybe this is just the one, because the video I watched was like, you should do this last because this is an extremely demanding thing to ask your computer to do. I can agree. I think we would all agree, given how long it's taking to do this little 8, 9, 10-second clip. I don't think this will be super popular. I think people, my guess is if I had to guess the analytics, people will drop off right after I say, does that look like a penis? Like they won't watch the second half of this. I don't know, like there's some logic there that makes me think I should probably just cut it then. Just cut it right after that. Let it loop. Make it like a 5-second short instead of a 10. Maybe we'll try that. I don't know. There's those little differences on different platforms by the viewers that I'm trying just to learn about. So yeah, there's the difference between this 8-second clip, 10-second clip. No motion blur, 8 seconds to render. Motion blur, 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Huge step up. Let's see if we can even see the difference. How many times have we watched this today? Oh, that's the old one. Sorry. Oh, wait. Those are all the old ones. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. So hold on. So this is no motion blur on the left. Penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner. That it looks like. And here's with motion blur. Does that look like a penis? I just noticed it right here. I don't know why, especially at this angle, like in the top left corner. That it looks like. It honestly makes the video look a little bit smoother, I think, personally. I could see myself using it a lot. But one thing, especially when it's motion blur added post-processing, like pay attention. And I don't know how much this is so totally making into the stream. I realize you guys are watching super compressed video. But like if you can, watch the crosshair right here. Like it's actually here, like watch the crosshair here. Does that look like nice and sharp? Looks exactly the same, no matter what's happening on screen, right? And watch crosshair over here. Does that look like a penis? Blur, blur, blur. I just noticed it right here. Blur, blur, blur. Little flickery blurs. The video I watched that shows me how to do this also showed me how to fix that. It is not too difficult. But that is one of the things you have to deal with. So yeah, something to keep in mind. And to fix that, basically you make another copy of the video on top of that one. You use, I think it's still Fusion, but you use the, like one of the drawing things to like draw little vectors around the things you don't want it to blur. Really what you're doing is you're masking them so they show on top of the blurred video, so they just cover up the blur, but with a non-blurred version. It's pretty easy to do. and not too time consuming, but a little bit because you have to like sit there and outline all the things that you don't want it to try to blur. Which for the short would be easy because luckily I'm doing vertical, so really the only thing I'd have to do is the aiming reticle, but everything else. But if it was like full size screen, you'd have to like crop out the life bar and the gadget, all these boxes at the bottom. Like I would just do a big sweeping box here and be like, whatever. I mean, you don't have to, but it'll make it look more professional because the UI doesn't get all smeared. Let's see, guys. I think I am done for the day. We got so much more done than I thought we were gonna get done, if I'm honest with you. Had some great games in Battlefields. Got my first Satisfactory video done as well as a short done. And yeah, it was a good day. Like I actually the one thing I hate about all this streaming stuff, and not really the streaming, it's not even the streaming related, it's the content creation side of it. Every time I stream, like barring a very bad day where just nothing good worth cutting out and putting online happens, which I've only had it happen like 1 or 2 times, like you have to process the footage like immediately. And like what I look forward to someday, if I make something out of this streaming career and I get to the point where I get to hire people, I look forward to offloading the video duties to someone else. And not because I don't want to make videos, I do, but I would like to make like less, what's the word? Less frequent videos, maybe? Because I like the idea that I can turn, you know, all my live streams into some sort of video to release. But stuff like the Satisfactory playthrough, I think some people are better at editing those kinds of videos. And like I usually just want to do videos when I kind of have a vision in my head for it, which I think is the way everyone is. But I think my visions are a little bit different than just general playthrough videos. But also, I'm just kind of learning how to edit these kinds of videos. So maybe it's also that I just don't have confidence in how I'm doing it, so I feel like I don't want to do it. And I just got to keep doing it and get better at it. That seems pretty darn reasonable. Well, what else is there to say? Thanks, Dan, for coming in. Super awesome talking to you. Good luck with your girl asking outs tomorrow. Again, don't take it hard if she says no. It's okay. There are so many freaking women out there. It's kind of ridiculous. It's not even about women, just how many freaking people are in the world. It's ridiculous. So don't take it bad if it doesn't work out the way you want it to. And just be cool about it. Because that kind of mentality, I'm a firm believer, comes back around in life. You can call it karma if you want. It kind of is sort of karma by the way I'm defining it. And I definitely use that terminology pretty often, but I wouldn't necessarily say like, oh yeah, I'm a firm believer in karma. I'm a firm believer in if you're nice to people, people want to be nice to you. If you want to call that karma, fine. Like, I'm okay with it. Yeah. And especially if, like, people know when it's a tense situation. Like, when you ask a girl out, she knows that you want her to say yes. Of course. Why else would you ask? So they're not idiots. I mean, they are. You guys are young and dumb, and we're all idiots all the time. We just kind of get less dumb about things as we get older. But she knows she gets stakes, like, to some degree. She wants to date. It's just like your DNA and your hormones are driving you. The same thing's happening to her. So it's tense for her too, whether she says yes or no. And it's going to be a little extra tense because she's probably not going to expect it. It's probably going to come out of the blue. It's the way it happens sometimes. So, regardless of how it goes, if you're cool through all of it, like, that's what she'll remember. Even if it doesn't work out then, like, down the line, like, you know, like, it didn't work out. Like, he was still really cool even though I would turn him down. And like, yeah, I'm not saying that she'll come back around to you. Like, believe it or not, almost everyone has friends. Girls have girlfriends and guy friends. Guys have guy friends and girlfriends. And if people think you're cool, they're way more likely to set you up with their friends. And if you are cool, you can actually go to your friends, to people you've hit on before that didn't work out, but you are still friends because you're cool, and go, hey, I really like your friend over there. She seems pretty awesome. Like, I overheard her talking about video games, and I love video games. Like, could you introduce us? Now you're talking to someone that you might already have a common connection with, because that mutual friend that you hit on that didn't work out, like, they know you and the other friend because you were cool and you're friends. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's like really just not being a dick. It's a life lesson, and we all slip in and out of it sometimes. Like, our emotions take over at all times. I think if there are perfect people out there who never let their emotions get to them, I don't think there are many, and I'm pretty skeptical if that exists. And it's constant battle, so just work on it. And also, in that same vein, if you ever catch this later, Dan, or whatever, like, in the event your emotions take over and you do some stupid shit that you know that was dumb, but you're embarrassed at and you don't want to even acknowledge it by apologizing. Like, if you say some stupid shit and I'm like, oh, fine, you would never date. I knew someone like you'd never date me, or something shit like that. You can go back to her later when you've cooled down and say, hey, I know I said this. That's not true. I don't believe that. I was mad. My emotions got the best of me, and I lost control. Apologizing goes a long way too, especially when you take the initiative. It's one thing when someone gets caught and they apologize. It's another thing when you had no reason to and you still chose to. It goes a long way. Like, it shows a lot of character, because especially as you get older, you probably already know some people in your life. Maybe you just haven't put the pieces together yet, because you're learning, you're growing up. Some people never apologize on their own accord. They only apologize when they get caught or something doesn't go their way. And that's like, people start to see through that type of bullshit apology as you get older. And the thing is there's no, like, I can see some people like, well, it's not genuine if you do it every time. But it actually is, because you still have to do it. Like, I mean, I guess you can fake apologize to someone. They'll probably pick up on it by your energy, though, and the way you say it. But if you're going to fake apologize to someone, like, really, why even bother? Like, just move on. Go another direction. Because if you're fake apologizing, then you don't give a shit about them or whatever they're feeling. Like, even if you don't necessarily think it's valid, they're feeling it. They think it's valid. And if they're your friend, you care about that. To some degree, anyways. It doesn't have to take over your life. You don't have to fall into something that they're doing that you think is totally idiotic. But for them, it's real. For them, it's important. And if you trash on that accidentally and you come to this realization after the fact, like, it's very good, a very morally strong thing to do, to go to that person like, hey, misunderstood. I didn't realize it was like this. I didn't realize how important it was to you. Like, it's important to you and you're important to me. So, like, I apologize for making you feel like it wasn't important. I'm kind of talking in vaguety. Like, I'm not referring to anything in particular. So apply this, morph it in the way that fits in your situation. Yeah, just don't be afraid to be wrong. Like, you'll learn more from being wrong than you will from being right. And accepting you're wrong makes it way less big of a deal and way more beneficial to you and the knowledge you gain from it. And maybe the friends or the romantic partners you gain from it by just being vulnerable and honest. It goes a long way. And it doesn't feel like it when you're young. I swear to God, it doesn't. The media absolutely pushes that it's not. Don't believe any shows like the fucking Kardashians or whatever the fuck reality. Like, every single reality show is scripted to a degree. Every single one. Like, with the exception of maybe game shows. Incidentally, new game show this year, the 1% Club. It's hosted by Patton Oswalt. It's been a fun show to watch. Me and my girlfriend love watching it. It's like a trivia logic like question show, but it's not just like knowledge. You don't have to just know things. It's about paying attention to the question and the way they word things and picking the right answer, even when they sometimes try to deceive you in the question. It's hard to explain without watching it, but it's a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend it. That's good TV. Maybe not great TV, but it's good TV. It's not, you learn some stuff. It teaches you to look outside the box and things. Because it's, how do I say it? I don't know how I can really say it without showing you like a question. And some of them are stupid, because the way the show works is they ask a bunch of people questions, and then the people in the audience have to answer those same questions, trying to get them right. And the easiest questions are the ones that 90% of the people got, and the hardest questions are the ones that only 1% of the people that they questioned got. And the players have to try to get those questions right and make it to the 1% question and eventually get it right to get the money. But because they're logic-based questions and not just straight up knowledge-based, like they can be really, some will, like you could see like a 10% question that's supposed to be pretty hard, only 10% of people got it right, but you might be like, how did anyone get this wrong? It's so obviously this answer, because your brain already works the way that that question is designed to vibe with. I'm not even sure the right terminology to use here. But anyways, they're all kind of like brain teaser logic questions. And the thing about those kinds of questions is once you're exposed to them, you don't really ever forget to look for those kinds of things. So yeah, it's besides just being a fun game to play with like your friends, see who gets the question right and stuff during the game. It'll help you think a little bit better too. It'll make you a little bit smarter in a way. Think a little more outside the box. Be a little more careful about the way things are worded, the way things are capitalized. Yeah, I don't know. The questions are so weird. You'd really have to see them. I can keep being vague about it, but it's not going to help. Yeah, I'm ending this. I'll be back on tomorrow sometime. Not sure when exactly. In the afternoon, evening, probably around 4 or 5-ish, maybe a little bit earlier.